Hello, good morning. Oh Lord, good evening, everyone. I know it's late, but it's Friday, so people should be at home. I took a nap earlier, so y'all already know I'm wired up. Okay, sending out the notifications. Let's see who up in here. I started to change the schedule for tomorrow morning, but I got too much to do in the morning. So it says Feds dropping Rico back to back. Yella Beezy, Big U is your Gotti next. Okay. I'm waiting for more people to start coming in. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, rest in peace to George Foreman. Everybody has had growing up, their parents had like a George Foreman grill. And he sold those grills to every last one of his sons. Name is George. He named all of his sons after him, and he had a whole lot of them. Let's see how many he's got. He had 10 sons. He had 10 sons and he named every one of them George. Hey, mister, how have you been? Hey, Miss Janet. We're just waiting for more people to start coming in. Let's see. He had 10 sons and adopted 2 daughters. Oh, wow. How's everybody doing tonight? Mister, I have not seen you in here in so long. I am so happy to see you. You guys, we're going to talk about Yellow Beezy. We're going to talk about a little bit about Big U. And we're going to talk about, what's going on. How are you doing, Mr. Parker? It's so good to see you in the chat. How have you been? Oh, you've been taking a mental break. Well, that's always a good thing to do. Hey, Angel, the real boss. That's a good thing to do. Sometimes you have to take a mental break on here from here. That is for sure. We're not going to be on here long tonight, but I wanted to get on. Of course, I see that everybody has been talking about Yellow Beezy and, the video of him going into intake. Um, the video of him going into intake and all of that when he was arrested. He already has a $2 million bond. So he probably, if he hadn't paid it yet, he might have some people that, especially if he's signed to a record label, he might have some people that might could put up he might have some properties and stuff that he could put up, you know, because let's see, 200,000. he would only have to pay, well, 2 million. He would only have to pay 200,000. If he's putting up collateral, the collateral has to equal $2 million. It has to equal at least 2 million if he don't have the 200,000. He says if they let him out, he's gonna dip. Probably he might. He might. Um, I want to talk about, is Yo Gotti and Black Youngsta next. Now we know that Yellow Beezy, this all of this happened in November of 2000. Young Dolph was killed almost a year to the date. It is so scary. The very next year, um, November the 17th of 2021, Young Dolph was killed. So a year and what, like 6 days after Mo3 was killed. And it's something because I think about, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm drinking some water. I think about Mo3. I've heard people say that Mo3 was reaching for his weapon and all of that. And somebody might have moved his weapon. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like, I really wish I can get my hands on that discovery. I really do wish that I could get my hands on that discovery. Um, and read what was in that discovery, because I'm sure if it hasn't already, all of that is going to come out. If he had a weapon, how who moved his weapon. There had been speculation in the beginning that whoever the young lady was, that she went out to the car and moved the weapon, and that may not be so true. If she had something to do with it. I was telling somebody yesterday, it could have been something as simple as when he fell asleep. She um hit the because they had been stalking him, right? She hit the unlock on his key remote, and once she unlocked the doors to his car, they was able to go in and get his weapons and stuff out. Okay, so Rain said he removed the weapon. Okay. um One Man Band TV. I got it right this time. Okay. He says that Rainwater says himself that he moved the weapon. Okay. That Rainwater is his was his manager. Okay, Rainwater's name has come up. I don't know if Rainwater was involved or not. A lot of people say that Rainwater had nothing to gain by setting Mo3 up. He was making more money with Mo3 being alive. And then you have some people say that they feel like he set him up. Okay. He said he didn't want 3 to get in trouble. If that's true, then Rainwater was out of line. Mo3 was a grown man. And even though he may not have wanted him to get in trouble, Mo3 still had enemies, and he had to protect himself, right? I don't think Mo3 was a crash dummy, but Mo3 had to protect himself. So I think that would be out of line to remove a man's protection, knowing that he has some type of celebrity, he's popular, and people have tried to kill him before. So why would he do that? It says a lot of people don't know, but Beezy is out. Guess who got him out? Who got him out? Who got Beezy out? J Prince Jr. mob ties. Wait till the system updates. You will see. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hmm. I think they need to be careful too because see, I was looking at a lot of the politicians that was once in that they once the princes once had favor with, they're gone. You know, they have a whole new regime. And so I think they need to be careful. I'm not going to be surprised if they don't start getting some indictments dropped on them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We heard the attorney general in LA say that they've been working with the feds to ensure that they take down criminal organizations disguised as record labels. Okay. So that's why I put up there is, Yo Gotti and Black Youngsta next. We see what they did with Big U, okay? And we're starting to see with Yella Beezy, we're starting to see with Big U that people will turn on you and tell on you. Okay, when it comes to them and trying to save themselves, they're definitely going to tell. You know, I know a lot of people feel like, uh, well, some people have felt like if Yo Gotti was involved, they feel like, he was smart enough for it not to touch him. I don't know if he was smart enough or not. I mean, they was dumb enough to go through with it. So I don't really know how smart one could be because the smart thing would have been to not even do something like that, right? So we see how they're outside. We see it took them 5 years to get Yella Beezy. People have been saying for the longest that Yella Beezy was behind Mo3's unaliving. They've been saying that for the very longest. Um, it took the feds 5 years. People went on with their life, but they still put that out there. Um, it's gonna be 5 years. Let's see, next year for Young Dolph. Okay, he's been gone this year. It's going on 4 years. Next year it will be 5 years. So it just goes to show that it does not matter. Sometimes how long it takes. That's why I keep saying justice delayed is not justice denied. And I think the strategy has always been, I guess, like they thought they had a strategy with Young Dolph, was to make sure, let Young Dolph get comfortable walking around. Young Dolph didn't know or think that he had any beef with these people anymore. That's why he was walking around there freely. I don't really think he had been arguing with them um, as of recently around that time, or else he would have. And you heard people say they wanted to make sure that he got comfortable. But ain't karma something? Because it seems like to me that's probably the same thing that happened with them. But I mean, I don't think that they got to let them get comfortable because they made so many mistakes in the damn beginning. Look at how they was trolling. Look at how they thought that they could just kill him and get away with it. Now, I don't know if this is the exact same thing that happened with Mo3. I heard a lot of people say that they was trolling, Yella Beezy and them was trolling when Mo3 was killed. Um I want to show the video of Yellow Beezy. Hold on, I'm sure everybody has seen it, but we're gonna show it on here too. Of Yellow Beezy. He was in intake and all of that. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. Let's see. I think that, let me see if I showed this yesterday. Hold on. It says Dallas rapper Yellow Beezy faces capital murder charges in connection with the 2020 shooting death of fellow Dallas artist Mo3. Beezy, real name Marquise Conway, was arrested Thursday and charged with murder for hire in the death of Mo3, real name Melvin Noble. He was 27 years old. A Dallas County grand jury returned the indictment this week. Beezy, 33, is charged with orchestrating the murder. Meanwhile, remuneration was involved. Was involved. Cell phone video showed Mo3 running through traffic on Interstate 35 East near Marshall's Avenue while being pursued by the shooters. The gunman called up to Mo3 on the interstate and shot him multiple times with the AK-47. The shooting was captured on camera on traffic cameras. Two men were previously indicted in connection with the murder of Mo3. Prosecutors say Beezy hired Keywan White to kill Mo3. White was later indicted in February 2021. Devin Maurice Brown was also indicted and accused of helping to coordinate the hit. Phone records and surveillance data placed both suspects near the crime scene in the hours before the shooting. Mo3, an up-and-coming rapper, was signed to rapper Boosie record label. Okay, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I did want to ask this: is you
now? This was Adam did this interview 2 years ago. This interview with Yella Beezy was after Mo3 was killed. Mo3 has at that time Mo3 had been unalive for 3 years. Okay.
barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online, between you and Mo3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
Nah, I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you get.
Y'all see how fidgety he is? Like I was telling somebody else. I mean, that's deceit. He immediately. That's why I said, Adam knew it by his body gestures, by his body move. He said, "Look at this guy." He knew he was lying. Okay, Adam ain't nobody but the damn. He could definitely be an undercover federal
I saw you
agent.
give Vlad an answer like that at one point too.
I'm serious. I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you give Vlad an answer like that at one point too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
He ain't had no problem with me.
Dallas creates a lot of gangsters because I was actually looking back at my old interview with him and I said basically the same thing to him. Basically didn't say shit. So
yeah,
respect.
Ain't never been none.
Definitely. But I don't know. Okay. Another.
Wow. It says Beezy is best known for his 2017 single "That's on Me" and 2019 song "Back at It Again" featuring Quavo and Gucci Mane. Okay. Somebody named Spawn the Man says feds are sweeping shit up right now. Honest says, I have no idea who these people are. They are irrelevant. Okay, I guess it's just anybody. Let me see.
Would you look at this?
Yeah, baby.
Well, I guess the only good thing for Yella Beezy as it relates to this is he'll get to be with all the damn boys he wants to be with now. Because if he ain't sweet, he look like it. Okay. Anyways, hey, these folks have to pay for their sins, okay? They get to pay for their sins. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see.
As Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder in connection to the shooting death of Melvin Noble, a rival artist who went by Mo3.
It's just a devastating loss for someone that had so much potential.
Eric Deep is a local hip-hop journalist and Mo3 fan who wrote this article in the Dallas Observer about the artist last year.
He had expert melodics and storytelling. He had ferocious rhymes. Everything about his music is that it was like had a lot of pain and truth in it, you know.
The DA, I know that he worked.
Mo3 songs like Everybody Not Your Friend, especially poignant because the rappers were once friends. But charging documents accuse Conway of hiring Keiwan White to carry out the brutal murder on I-35 near Illinois Avenue in Dallas in November 2020.
For me, it's just like it feels a little bittersweet, you know, like on the one hand, you do appreciate there is some justice coming to his death. But on the other hand, it's like now you lose another big name like Yella Beezy.
Devin Maurice Brown also faces charges in Noble's murder.
They got me on the edge.
But Mo3 lives.
You can really just hear it at any rap show, right? If you're at like a rap show, I would guarantee like 8 times out of 10, the DJ is going to do a tribute to Mo3. They're going to just say like, long live 3.
In Dallas, I'm Dia Wall. He's Conway, known as Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder and
Yella Beezy look like he swole up. I mean, that means that stress got him swole up, child. I don't know why these folks do these crimes and then it be almost to send them to their grave when they have to go pay retribution, because they're definitely gonna have to pay retribution. Like I said, I think it is what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm trying to figure out a way to put this. Something that I've learned since I've been working for the federal government every day. Let me see. How can I say it? I think it is a personal agenda of the federal government, because we know the federal prosecutors and the FBI works together, right? And y'all, more crimes are being prosecuted by the federal government. More and more crimes that was once state. People are not paying attention to that. What's the word that I'm looking for? I think it is a personal agenda, or should I say, for the federal government to prove to these criminal organizations that have these platforms to flex, to spread fear, or try to spread fear or the illusion of fear through these medias, that they'll get the last laugh. I think they want to prove that they can be taken down. I think that is their agenda. I definitely think, and I guess the more, hey Sherelle, the more brazen you are with it, the harder they work to try to get you if you're doing something wrong. You know, I think people want folks to think that the federal government, the feds, mess with you just to be messing with you. No, they don't get at you. They don't watch you unless there's something there to watch. Okay, they can't just harass you. So that's why I said it's Yo Gotti and Black Youngsta next. You know, I know people don't like to talk about that part. Some people don't, you know. I think they want, even though we've seen bigger names taken down, like Puffy. Out of all of the ones, Puffy was a elite himself. Puffy would be what you consider a part of the Illuminati. Like he was one of the um shot callers, and they took him down. So when you start talking about other people that has come up, that whose names that have come up as putting hits on people in the industry, I mean, they're basically small fry. If they get Puffy, who is anybody else? I know, they want to throw up that people are being protected by Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not in with the elites anymore as he once was. If he was, his name would be pristine. They when you're in good with them, it seems to me they don't let people put out bad publicity on you, right? I think they're getting ready to take Jay-Z. I would have to say Puffy was more um an elite than Jay-Z, and he was one for longer than Jay-Z, and they've taken him down. So who would be anybody else? I think people like to give the illusion that, somebody who is not even considered a-list celebrity can buy out the criminal justice system. That's the damnedest lie that I ever heard. That's a lie from the pits of hell. Okay? It's a lie from the pits of hell. Okay? Says kid with grown men gotta be a presence in our community. So I mean, it's Yo Gotti Black Youngsta next. So it seemed like, it's something already going on with Black Youngsta. I wonder. Is something going on with him? Like has some of these dudes that he has had doing his dirt, are they being arrested? Have some of them are they already being arrested as of recently? I'm just asking. I don't know. So something is eating his grape. Something is eating him. Okay. But like I said, I'm sure these young men know that at some point they was gonna have to go and pay for their sins, pay for their crimes. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me see who this is. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Steal the money from the community. Reset the hood. Is to cause power vacuums of chaos, period. And yeah, I agree. So are they next? I think like I've always said, and I don't know who's gonna be arrested. I don't, but I've always said that, when people get restless, we've seen how long it could take the federal government to make arrests. Okay, so the exact same thing. It took them 7, almost 8 years to get an indictment because they had to watch that lady for Lorenzen Wright's murder, Cheryl Wright. Okay, they knew that his wife had put a hit on him, and so it took them 7 years to get enough information to get a prosecutor to sign off on it and say, okay, I think we could take this to trial and win the case, because they're not going to take a case to trial that they don't think that they can win. Okay. Yes, I did. I saw that George Foreman passed away. Rest in peace to him. So, as I said, if they had everybody that they wanted to have, and you haven't even heard law enforcement or anybody say anything about the Mo3 case as it relates to Mo3. Yella Beezy at some point probably thought he had gotten away with it, probably all the way up until this year, right? let's look at Yellow Beezy, because I'm sure when they start getting enough information on you, they start coming to get you and questioning you. So I'm sure when they came and got him, they had been letting him know that they was gonna get him probably for the last year. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me see something. Let's see. You gotta make sure y'all hit the like button. Hey, Miss Ramona. This is Yellow Beezy. Yella Beezy. He That was on March the 13th right there. He said, say less but do a lot. A lot of MS couldn't survive in his spot. He said that last month. And idle mind is the devil's workshop. I was taught to stay out my head and stay in my bag. Only thing that can stop you is you. He said, when the devil be busy, just know they're blessed and closer. Just keep focused. All the chosen ones carry a heavy load. I mean, these folks always talking about the devil be messing with them and they have to carry a heavy load. They picked up that load that they didn't have to carry when they putting these hits out. So the devil, as they say, comes back to collect. When you dance with him, okay, when you dance with him, he kind of he comes back. Okay. I'm trying to see if he said anything. They're saying this one right here, Trap Boy Freddy is next, right?
We did it, tip. I went chrome on the cross.
Mm. Okay. So he's not really saying anything on his social medias, okay? But like I said, Yellow Beezy, I'm sure he's probably known now for a while that they was gonna come and get him. I know he didn't think those boys that was in jail, they haven't even had their trial. And I was wondering about that. I was like, why the hell they haven't had the trial for those guys? I guess they knew that they was gonna get Yellow Beezy, and if it was some more, they're gonna get some more. Yellow Beezy probably is not wanting to go down by himself, but it's something that the princess would bail him out. Like I said, I'm not gonna be surprised when they don't get got. I think at some point their organization is gonna be defunct, and I'm sure with the mayor that they got now in Houston, the governor and all of them, I don't think that they're in favor of the princess. So a lot of that regime that have been protecting them and all of that, they're gone. So I think we're gonna start to see some things start happening with them too. But is Black Youngsta and Yo Gotti's time coming? I believe that it is coming. If they had something to do with what happened to Young Dolph. I mean, if you believe the majority, which would be everybody, except for the people that they pay, they would say that they did. Now, I don't look at Gotti's, Instagram like that, but it's funny that I looked at Gotti's Instagram. I believe it was today, and I saw where Gotti, had did a video, because normally they say he posts, or he have his people to post. But when he started going live and doing, little short videos and stuff, the pattern has been in the past that he was bothered about something. Okay. And he did a little short video today talking about come out and support Glorilla. Okay. It's almost like he can't help himself, when something happens, and I think it scares him, it bothers him, because like I said, he knows that his time is gonna come when they're gonna have to pay for what they did. Okay, they're gonna have to pay for what they did, and I don't think that the federal government is barring none. As I told somebody the other day, some of these crimes and stuff that normally would just be handled by the state, I'm starting to see that a lot of it is being handled by the federal government now. And it's so hey, they can they can keep people in jail longer, and which a lot of them need to be. They kill me with that bullshit, boy. You is the devil. Right. They always talking about the devil messing with them. I guess, the devil messing with them when the folks get on their ass is to stop them from killing everybody's damn child when they get mad at them. So they consider that to be the devil. This world is really twisted now. So like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, it's some stuff going on with Black Youngsta. I don't know. I'm just asking. It's some stuff going on with him. Was somebody, you know, um, was one of his hitmen recently arrested? Is that what he's ranting about? I don't know. I'm just asking. Was one of somebody that he's used as a hitman, was they arrested? Um, Mr. Parker said something. If so, I mean, I guess he would be worried. Mr. Parker says they kill me with that. Yeah, I just read that. Okay. But it seems like the federal government is not playing. These R.I.C.Os are consistently dropping. Okay. All this supposedly evidence, time to lock somebody up seems like cuffing season right. It does. It seems like cuffing season right now. Yella Beezy he looks stressed. Somebody said that he's out though. I don't know. He might be out, but I don't think he's gonna be out for long. Yep, I don't think he's gonna be out for long. Anyways, hey. He said, Ramona says, they're going to jail. Mm-hmm. They sure going. At some point, they're gonna go. Everybody's gonna have to pay for what they've done. Yep. Anyways, you guys, I would drop the link and let people come up tonight, but I mean, I don't feel like dealing with the hackers. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm looking for something. Just give me a few more minutes. Hold on. I hate to look for stuff while y'all are waiting. Hold on. Yeah, now they're saying this is Mo3's last moments. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. You know I'm sleepy. I didn't want to play that video. Let's see. Hold on, you all. Yeah, I'm looking for that video of them showing Mo3. Because there is a picture. A Mo3 land on the interstate. It says Keyone White makes deal. This is the young man right here. Okay, that's the one that was running so hard on the interstate. Okay, trying to catch Mo3. Keyone White makes deal with DA and is star witness against Yella Beezy and murder for a hire plot. White helped obtain phone recordings and money wiring evidence and incriminating evidence against Marquise Conway, aka Yella Beezy. Ciao. I wonder if him and Yella Beezy was going together. Cause he looked like he a little sweet too. Okay. Since so all my Dallas folks on my page, breaking news. It says investigators link the suspects to a phone record surveillance. Wow. Even with Yella Beezy, if he is out on bond, Yella Beezy got a lot to be worried about. Okay, it's the beginning of the end for him. And I'm sure White probably has given up. It's probably other stuff gonna come up. I'm sure Mo3's murder is not the first murder for hire. Okay, we don't know how many times that people don't just randomly pick somebody to do something like that. Okay, they don't just randomly pick them. So he's probably been telling them about other murders, and it's funny the Prince has got him out. Has Yella Beezy been doing work for them at some point? Him and his people. I mean, I thought about Yella Beezy was in Memphis. I was looking for that video when he came to Memphis and performed for CEO Teezy and Straight Dropping them was there. You know, I think it was Teezy's birthday. And they had Yella Beezy to come from Dallas to Memphis. And Straight Drop was there, CEO Teezy was there. So they were all pretty cool. He said Black Youngsta going to jail for unallowing that boy that took out his brother. Do y'all think I don't know. Do you all think that he would be crazy enough to even though he know that the folks watching him, y'all think he would be crazy enough to hire somebody to take out his brother with the people already watching him? Because that would be almost mental illness. Kenneth said, "Pray for him. He in the rehab. He in the gambling rehab. Lord have mercy, Jesus." Kenny, I'm gonna pray for you, okay? Because being a casino addict is definitely a sickness. Ooh, and it could be costly. I wonder if it's already something going on with Black Youngster. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself. Cause y'all know he posted that but then he did praise God afterwards. So maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if somebody that's one of his hitmen is they done been arrested. That's what I want to know. Is he scared or something? I don't know. So when they start posting messages like that, because now when these dudes start getting arrested now, they is gonna tell it. They'll sit in jail for a minute. Then they starts to tell. Because none of these guys want to do life. They don't. They're gonna really start telling when they're looking at the death penalty. So I think that's interesting to see. When they start violating these boys on old charges and stuff. And that's what they do. They've started doing, especially when they're out here being hitmen. They got to be the damnedest fools to still be out here being hitmen and think that they're not gonna get got. But they can't see past that little money that they're giving them. It's so unfortunate, but hey, it really is. It's really unfortunate that these guys are ruining their lives. But I just wonder if there's something going on with Black Youngster. Okay. Um, Black Youngster has been quiet. Okay. He's been quiet. And he only comes up, when he bothered about something, or when they wanted to send these cryptic messages. He said he don't mess with nobody. Just because he cool with somebody, don't mean he cool with the people that they cool with. Okay. So was that a message to sell some of these little dudes? Some be reaching out to him about getting the shooters out of jail or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just know I wish these young men would not be so stupid, you know. But I don't know if Black Youngster, had that young man taken out that took out his brother. Okay. I don't know if he did. I have not heard that. It would if you know based on what he had posted on social media when he was like, I'm gonna make everybody feel my brother here get killed. He was talking about he was gonna make everybody feel that, feel his pain, and then um, the boy dropped down from second degree murder to manslaughter, and then they gave him a low bond. I mean, that was messed up. That man killed Tamara for nothing. Now, I am, y'all know I don't hide nothing. I am partial to Tamara. He killed that man, killed Tamara for nothing. Tamara spared that man's life because he probably should have blew out his computer dome when he was out there in his driveway trying to steal his car. Okay. He wait till he see Tamara at the store and wait till he turn his back and shoot him. His cousin was in the car with him too. And I think he tried to shoot, and I believe he did shoot him. I think he was at the hospital for a while. So you give somebody manslaughter that shoot somebody in the head with their back turned. So I don't know if Black Youngsta had anything to do with that. I don't know if he did or not, because it could have been anybody. Okay, but it would seem suspicious. Okay, it seems suspicious. He said Black Youngsta and Julio Fulio. Okay. So I don't know. Do y'all think he would be dumb enough to send somebody to do something like that knowing he being watched? That's plain stupidity. That's basically, if he did that, that's basically walking up into the federal building and asking the prosecutors over there, indict me. That's basically what that would have been. That's basically what that would have been. So, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I do know this. Whoever killed him, I think they know who. They might have a. They probably know who did it. He might be he might be in jail. He might have just got arrested a few days ago. I don't know. Aaron Carter says this dude is slow. Who records at a graveyard? I think Black Youngsta recorded down at that graveyard because God and them asked him to do it. I know y'all listen. I know what people be saying. You don't be wanting to talk bad about Black Youngsta. I don't really talk bad about Black Youngsta, y'all, because I grew up around Black Youngsta's family. Okay, I don't give him a total pass because he has to reap what he sow. I don't know Black Youngsta personally. I never met him. I did grow up around when I was a little girl, I used to play with his mama, okay? His mother and his cousin is my best friend, okay? I grew up around his grandmama and his aunties, his great aunties and stuff, okay? So I do hate this for Black Youngsta, okay? I do. So you don't hear me talk about him bad, but I do want for Black Youngsta to understand that, because Black Youngsta knows God and all that. I grew up around his great aunts and stuff, so still really, I have an emotional connection to his family. So I hate this for him. I do. I really do. I hate it. I wish that he would have channeled another energy and just used his gift. I know the things because I'm a lot older than Black Youngsta. Well, his mother had him kind of young because his mother is not much older than me because I used to play with his mom when we were little girls. But I know like the misfortunes that his family went through before he was even born, of his cousins and stuff just being killed around the Foots homes, and because that's where they grew up at, the Foots homes and Lamar Terrace, and it was another one. It was another one, you know, that his family was from. They definitely from up there in South Memphis, but I just wish he could have channeled. I wish he could have kept God in that place that he had God in. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I think that what's the word that I'm looking for? I think that he felt like, and even wanted to, he felt like Gotti was the gift giver. And so because I know that, Black Youngsta knows God, he knows that he's gonna have to pay for it. I don't think that he's even handling it that well, because he knows that he's got to pay for it, whatever whatever his part was in this. He has to. Yeah. And anyways, I'm gonna leave that alone, because I do hate that. I know what he's gone through. I know it wasn't easy for him growing up there. I know what he and his brothers went through. I know what they went through. And so God, who is the true gift giver, gave him an opportunity to I've said that a whole lot of times though, Mr. Parker, that me and Black Youngsta's mother is Vanisa's cousin. I think I've said this a whole lot of times, that when I haven't seen Black Youngsta's mom since I was I didn't see Tammy anymore after I was about 11. It was either 11 or 12. I didn't see Tammy no more. She didn't come. I didn't see her at Vanisa's house, because see, Tammy used to spend the night at Vanisa's house all the time, right? And she had a maturity, because when she would come over there, she was older than her and Vanessa, both older than me. We would always be playing like with dolls and play mama, play teachers. Tammy had a maturity about her. She was always the teacher and she was always the mama. So I used to like it when Tammy would come over there and spend nights with Vanessa, and I was over there spending nights, with her. We had fun. We were kids. Like I said, I didn't know that Black Youngsta was her child. I didn't know that Black Youngsta was her child until Vanessa told me probably a few years back, right before this happened to young Dolph. And I'm gonna tell you how I know, because Vanessa said to me when she said, you know who Tammy's son is? I was like, no. And she said her son is Black Youngsta. He's a rapper. He signed with Gotti. I was like, oh wow, okay. And so that's what made me go and look Black Youngsta up. And that was right before, it was like, it had to have been months before Young Dolph was killed. Because I remember when I started looking at him, he put out that video, I Can Do Anything, or does the song go, pussy nigga play, he gonna die. I sent 100 shots up through the sky. But see, I didn't know that, what had gone on, and I didn't know anything. I told you, I've been very transparent. I didn't know anything about that beef or anything like that. Pussy nigga play, he gonna die. They sent 100 shots up to the sky. They hurry up and took that video down. That video, because I actually liked the song. That video was put up exactly a month before Young Dolph was killed. And then after Young Dolph was killed, they snatched the video down. That's because when he said, I sent 100 shots up to the sky, they showed his face and he was smirking. he was letting it be known that he had something to do with that, right? I guess they felt like that would be incriminating, so they took it down. Okay. But some people still got it on their page. Okay, you can find it. All you got to do is go through Facebook or somewhere, because it's up. I think it's called anything or something like that. But like I said, I'm not gonna get into all of that. But I wish he would have taken another route, because he had a means and a way. It was unfortunate what happened to his brothers. But what happened to his brothers didn't have anything to do with Young Dolph. I think that was a narrative that was put out over the internet. If the insurance guy did say that supposedly what happened to Darius, I think they would call Darius like TD or something. His brother, Heavy Camp TD or something. His name Darius. Whatever happened to Darius would supposedly has something to do with Dolph. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But I believe that somebody did tell him that. And it could have been Black Youngsta that told him that, to try and justify. Black Youngsta has no justification of why he jumped into a beef, other than he wanted to please Gotti. He made Gotti his God, right? He did. He made Gotti his God, and he jumped into a beef that had nothing to do with him at all. And so I think when whether he says it or not, when he looks in the mirror, when he lays in the bed at night and he is by himself, he has to deal with that for real, because he knows that there has to be some retribution. And I'm sure, regardless of whether he says it or not, he's got some type of regret, because he had no business going and hopping into something, participating and actively trying to take out a man that never did nothing to him. Like I said, he made Yo Gotti his God. Yo Gotti is mere man. God blessed him with the gift. Okay. Yo Gotti is not God. And so Black Youngsta understand, or he should understand if he don't, and I'm sure he do, that he gonna have to pay for what he did. And it might be his turn already. It just hadn't come out yet. Everybody get their turn to pay for their sins. And he might be up, because it might be some stuff going on right now. It just ain't out yet. Tierney says, "Hey, Mr. Parker, you funny, my guy." Elsa says, "That beef go years back. Trust me, if the feds doesn't get Youngsta to the streets, well, I'm sorry. It's sad to say. It might be the reason why he don't never be outside. I mean, but I think the feds gonna get him. That's what I think. And he gonna sit in when he's sitting in that jail. When folks sitting up to like, you ain't mention my name, did it? He gonna see that he all alone. He probably see he all alone now, anyways. Because sometimes people only deal with you just to make sure, because they can't cut you off. They got to keep you close to ensure that you don't take them down. It's not because they want to. They probably have messing with him anyways, but they can't cut him all the way off. I think Lil Migo needs to be careful. Lil Migo probably, anyways. Yeah, you guys. I want to talk about that though. The feds dropping R.I.C.Os back to back. Yella Beezy, Big U is Yo Gotti, and Black Youngsta next. Somebody once said to me, they used to come on my channel. They said that when Young Dolph was taken out, they said that it was set up. They had people already in place to go to jail to ensure that Yo to the Gotti didn't go to jail. Okay. Now that's what they said in my chat. They had people put in place to take the charge to ensure that Yo to the Gotti didn't get touched or go to jail. They said Okay, so y'all go look back at my archives. Y'all go back and look at the archives. Y'all will see. A lot of people used to come into my chat. I guess when they had started figuring out I guess they think the police be in my chat. The police be, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The feds be in everybody's chat, child. They bees in everybody's chat. They don't just be in my chat. They be in these folks' chat. They be on here. Well, I ain't gonna say who chat they be in, so that they can keep doing what they do, keep building their case on them. Yep. But it's interesting though. Like I said, I hate this stuff happen. So when people get talking, you don't talk about Black Youngsta a whole lot. I don't talk about him a whole lot. I never really have. I think I talked about him yesterday, and I'm talking about him today. And it's still not coming from a place of malice. It's just coming from a place of disappointment. That he make it out, because I knew his family and the struggle that his family still has. And he was one of the ones to be able to touch as much money as he has. And then he does this to himself because he made a man that really didn't care about him. See, people think when folks give them the opportunity to make a little bit of money that they care about them. Folks will give you anything if if they feel like you'll go and do their dirt for them. So I think that's what happened. Young Dolph still never would say anything about about Black Youngsta. He wouldn't. I wish I could find a video when Young Dolph says that even after they shot him. It's so sad. Black Youngsta them know they was wrong. He says, I don't have no issues with him. I like what he doing. This between me and his boss. He wouldn't say anything about him. And so I remember when the interviewer said they had told Black Youngsta that, says, Young Dolph says he got respect for you. He like what you're doing. He said that. He was in shock. So he he got to deal with what he did, because it was not it. He should not have jumped into what he jumped into, and then a man life ends. It never should have happened. But what I can't understand is people had all of this vitriol as it relates to Young Dolph. I mean, as far as we know, Big Juke's murder is still unsolved. How come those people have not been spitting out their vitriol, put into the atmosphere, that the same vitriol that they was spitting out at Young Dolph? Why aren't they spitting that out at the people who did this to Big Juke? Okay. I tell you. Yep. I told y'all when I was growing up, when Vanessa told me that Tammy was Black Youngsta's mom, the first thing I did was I thought about when I was a little girl, and I thought about Tammy, and I looked at Black Youngsta. I said, he sure got his mama smile. They smiled just like they got them chocolate gums. Tammy always had chocolate gums. She had chocolate gums in her mouth. And Black Youngsta got the same chocolate gums, and he smiled just like his mama. I told Vanessa that, I said, dog, he smiles just like I can remember Tammy as a little girl. They smile the same way. Anyways, what's up, Hitter? What's going on, Hitter? I was thinking about you a little bit earlier, Hitter. I said I wanted to put up a video I'm gonna have to go look at it on this Yella Beezy stuff. I'm gonna have to go look at that video. I would play it, but my player ain't playing right. I guess when they start trying to hack into my Wi-Fi and into my computer, it started messing up the playback on the videos. I almost said something, but I don't know who in here, and I don't want them to see me cussing and acting a fool tonight, because some people told me they were gonna be in the bushes and stuff. I don't want them to see me cussing folks out. Okay, I don't be liking for the good church people, sis. And one of my aunts, she's a devout Christian. I don't want her to hear me talking real bad and cussing nobody out. Okay, about them hacking into my stuff. I don't know what they looking for. I don't know what they looking for, but they gonna be in jail like the rest of them, child. Um, anyways. Hey Hilda, do you think that Freddie, what's his name? Trap Boy Freddie? Do you think Trap Boy Freddie gonna be arrested? Trap Boy Freddie don't seem to be worried. Oh yeah, it's mm. Okay, here it says he don't think so. He don't think that Trap Boy gonna be arrested. He don't seem to be bothered. He might have known that they did it, but he may not have been involved in it. I looked at a picture on Facebook of my cousins. I got a cousin. I'd be wanting to promote his club because he got his club be rocking. And he one of them ones, he don't never let nobody put him on social media, period. But I seen one of my cousins put him up tonight. He must don't know she put him on social media. Because he don't allow people to put him on social media. The Alabama hitter says, Mr. Parker was good, sir. Anyway, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all want to support the channel, y'all can hit the super chat. Okay, because we have a goal. Let me see how many likes we got. Y'all, we got 100 people in here and we only have 56 likes. Run the likes up, you guys. I need 40 more. I need 43 more likes. I need 43 more likes, you guys. Y'all keep running the likes up, okay? Keep hitting the like button for me. We at 64. And what now we need what 90? We need 36. We need 36 more likes, y'all. Run the likes up for us, sister, okay? Um let's see how many likes we got now. I wonder why people don't like to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, people hate that like button. It's free. All they have to do is take their finger and hit the like button. I mean, if you're gonna come in here, some of them just come in here to steal information. They'll be half reporting what I put out as if they know something has happened. That's why I won't even put everything out. If you got good research skills, go look for it. I just gave you a bone, okay? And they won't even give you credit for that. I heard somebody say folks be wanting people to say people's name. Bitch, you come into my chat and steal my shit. You could if you had some type of integrity, but I know a lot of you ain't nothing but slop. Take your finger and hit the like button. Yeah, I need 30 more likes. Hit the like button. Long live Mo3 and long live Young Dog. Mo3 and Young Dog. And you know they said Yella Beezy and Mo3 used to be real tight. Y'all hit the like button.
Discover Castlereagh's new collection of laid-back sofas.
I don't think y'all gonna be able to hear it anyways.
I keep 100 on me. After what they done to bleed. The same ones who put them to sleep. We all used to be in the G. How could you do me so dirty? How could you wait till I leave? It's like you was hanging on her. So now you gon' die up and grieve. I got accused of some murder that matters, so I did some time in the pen. Fuck no motherfucking body again. Niggas say side nigga, shit got fucked up. Niggas got fucked up. Now my baby mom on the stand raising her motherfucking hands.
They don't like that. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. I think we're gonna see in the next coming probably, and we're gonna see. That song stands true. I bet you Yella Beezy got that song going through his head. It's probably on play. He done killed the boy. Had them to kill the boy. I bet you he's saying now the same people that he had to go kill him. They raising their right hand on the stand against him. They taking him with them to jail. I bet you he's singing that song. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. I bet you he's saying that now. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all, I need 25 more likes. Yeah, I need 25 more likes. Um, oh, let me just say this for the record. One of the reasons I don't talk, the only reason I don't talk about Black Youngsta a whole lot, not because I know him, because I've never met him. It is simply because I got a whole lot of love for Vanessa and Vanessa's mother. I got nothing but love for Vanessa and Vanessa's mom. That's why I don't talk about him like I could. Because I'm close to Vanessa's mom too. Vanessa's mom and my mother still talk at least 2 to 3 times a week since we were little girls. Our friendship brought on a friendship with her mother and my mom, and when my grandmother was alive, my grandma. Um, Mr. Parker says I would have loved a collab with Mo3 and Doughboy Sauce. That would have been great for the culture. I hate that Mo3 was taken away. I do. I hate that he was taken away, but I'm happy that he's getting justice. I want to see Young Dolph get justice in totality too. You know, people be talking about you folks wish jail on folks. I don't wish jail on nobody. What I wish is for I don't wish death on nobody. What I wish is for justice to be served. And when justice is served, it means somebody has to go and be behind the bars. That's basically nothing when you take somebody's life. Okay, you get to go live in hell, and then they start adjusting behind bars. They get them a damn boyfriend, or they become somebody's girlfriend, and they adjust. They be living their best life back there, having especially if they, excuse me, they get a man in jail that's get ready to be in there for life. They be happy. They get to live, out. They get to live out, you know, their fantasies of being with with a man, because I guess that's normal in jail. Well, they get to do it openly because they was living out their fantasies of being with a man when they was on the street. But now they get to, be open with it because it's more acceptable in jail. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I appreciate you all tuning in. I do love you guys. I I I was able to be on here for an hour and a half, but is Black Youngsta and Yo Gotti next? I don't know. If they was involved, I'll say if they was involved with what happened to Young Dolph, I would say that they got something to worry about. If they was involved, I would say that they do have something to worry about. It has been an absolute pleasure. I do love you guys. I'll talk with you later.